What's going on, everyone? Let me take you through the most tricky, the most challenging, but by far the most fun and most rewarding lap in all of iRacing, the Porsche 992 Cup around Spa. Coming on the front straight now, we're in the fixed setup. Let me just pause really quick and tell you that this is our first hot lap. So the car's balance really changes over the course of a stint. At the beginning, you have a lot of entry understeer in the high-speed corners and exit oversteer. So Eau Rouge is actually not going to be flat on the first lap, but as the stint goes on, we are able to take it flat. So coming into Eau Rouge, the first marker we're using is this green light up here on the left. And this light is our cue to start turning left. So we turn left and try to aim in the middle of our car over the middle of this apex curbing. And just as we get about here is when I start to turn right. And you want to turn right really hard through that compression right here. That sets your car up for a really nice corner. But it's so easy to miss it a little bit too late or a little too early. Shoots you off to the left. You get a slow down penalty, or worse, you crash. But we hit it pretty well here. Nail that apex curbing on the right there. And then just full throttle all the way out here. So important to get a really good exit. What's most important with all these high-speed corners isn't necessarily how fast you go through the apex, but especially corners like Radion, is about how early you get on the throttle. You see that at Blanchimont as well. We're trying to get on the throttle as early as we can through a lot of these corners. That's the key to a fast lap for me around here. So anyways, coming to the next series of corners, braking just before this 100-meter board down into third gear. You can brake pretty late here, all the way into the apex. Take that nicely. Don't overdo it through here. Keep it really far to the left here. Just don't even want to take too much speed through that corner, because this right-hander, this is the key corner of this complex. Full throttle here, and then just a little bit of a lift, short shifting into fourth gear, taking as much speed as we can through here. Want to get on the throttle super early again. We do a pretty decent job bouncing over that curb, maybe a little bit too much, but that's pretty good here. We get a couple blue lights, and this is my indicator to tell me I got a good exit in the previous corners. Got some blue lights there. Anyways, no time to think. Just before this curbing, we're braking down into second gear. I don't take quite enough speed through this corner. You can go a little bit faster through here. I'm on the throttle slightly. That's not good. What is important, though, is you need to be patient through this corner. I wasn't quite patient up this lap, and I lost a bit of time. We're hard on the gas, into third gear, leave it in third. Just a very, very, very light dab of the brakes here on this curbing on the right. Just right there, just a little dab of brakes. I slightly miss this apex. That's okay, though. On the throttle pretty hard. Losing another maybe tenth or so through that corner. Such a tricky corner here. The key to this double left-hander is you want to be on the throttle super early again. So basically at the first apex, I'm already hard on the throttle and using that throttle to help rotate the car. So see here, there's actually this marking right here by the curb. It's tough to see. I'm braking right around here, pretty hard. Try to be only 2 green lights on the dash. But basically right as we hit this apex, I'm back to throttle. So watch right here. Not quite yet, but boom, back to throttle. Really hard on the throttle here. This helps the car turn. It's so easy to take too much speed in this apex and you just lose speed all the way through the corner and through the exit. But we're on the throttle nice and early there. Full throttle here, all the way full throttle. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hitting the apex, the exit curbing nicely there. And then here, there's a bit of dust on the road. Right about there, that's my braking marker for this corner. So right about this dust that's under this sign, we're braking here. Down into third gear. Again, really easy to overdo this corner. Want to keep it really tight to the right here. Because this left-hander, this is the key to this series right here, this left-hander. You want to keep applying throttle as you go through it. Car starts to slide a bit. We probably should have upshifted a bit earlier there, taken a bit more speed. We can use maybe another car's width on the exit there. Again, a little bit, maybe another tenth we could have gained. Super tricky corner, no time to think. About halfway down this brown curbing here is when we're braking. Down into third gear, into the apex, on the throttle hard through there. Lose maybe a tenth, it could have been a throttle a bit harder, but this is such a tricky corner and such a key corner. We're lifting off the throttle and turn-in, but it's really important here again. You want to be thinking about getting to full throttle as you hit the apex. So we're just right through here, a little bit of a lift through there, but we're now, at this point, we're starting to feed throttle back in. Feeding throttle back in, back in, back in, up to full throttle. That exit is so key there. We did a pretty good job. Not perfect, but a pretty good job. Finally, a little bit of time to think, a little bit of time to relax. But this corner is super tricky. Left-hander, 6th gear. There's a little bit of some dirt or discoloration in the grass here. And just after that, we're going to do a little bit of lift and then back to full throttle. Again, it's super important. Before the apex, we're back to full throttle. If you find yourself making corrections after the apex in these corners, you're just going to be losing so much time. Here, big lift, we're back to full throttle. All of that exit curbing. Such a key chicane coming up. Braking just at this little bit of dirt on the road. Down into first gear. Hitting the apex on the left, upshifting into second gear as we hit this apex. then using all of the road on the exit there. It's so important to use all that road on the exit. You can gain a lot of time by doing that. Into the final corner, we're just going to be braking at the compression and trying to upshift at the apex, but we actually missed the upshift. Losing a little bit of time again by missing the upshift, but it's tricky when the wheel's fully cranked like that. Anyways, getting to the line. What's the time going to be? What's the time going to be? A 19.8. 19.8. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Let me just quickly show you how, as the stint goes on, you can definitely take a rouge flag. It's a little sketchy, but just keep your foot flat and you'll be fine. Anyways, hope you guys found this helpful. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you guys on the track this week.